me now is Dr. Howard Brooks. He's Medical Director of Georgetown Skin. Doctor, good to have you back here with us. Earlier this morning, we reported on a new housing facility at the University of Louisville. Sounds really exotic, posh, even includes tanning beds.
Okay, that's not, we don't want to hear that.
We don't want to hear that, because I was going to ask you, how would you grade that as a school option?
Absolutely not. You know, tanning beds now, studies show, have the same risk as arsenic and nitrogen mustard in some cases.
That sounds a little extreme. Is that really legitimate to say they're as bad as arsenic?
You know, people have been saying that sounds so extreme they can't believe it, but this is what dermatologists have been doing for years, and we've been telling our patients this.
What does tanning beds do that makes it so dangerous, so toxic?
Well, tanning beds, they're not regulated by the FDA, so we don't know exactly what you're doing when you're getting into there. And you have such an intense short-term exposure to that UVB light that it can cause skin cancer.
And we're talking about an increase among young women. We see the young women in the 20-something grades. I read that their risk is 75% higher for skin cancer?
That's absolutely true. There's been studies done that shows, you know, when even a small exposure to these tanning beds can increase your risk so much. So, you know, you have to weigh the pros and cons. People want to look good, and I know they want to have that quote-unquote summer glow, but there's so many other options out there. There really are. All
right, so tell us about some of those other options. We've been out in the sun, so we know we've got our glow on.
That's true.
But what do you do to make it good and make it safe? Because the sunlight is dangerous.
The sunlight's dangerous. I mean, I'm not telling anybody to stay indoors, don't go to the beach, don't go to the pool, because no one will listen. But there's so many other safer ways to do it. There's so many products on the market now. There's spray tans, there's self-tanners, there's even sunscreen with tints in them. Now, patients tell me, well, you know, I don't want to walk around looking like a carrot or it makes me look too orange, but there are ones that are cosmetically elegant now that give you a more natural appearance.
Exactly, and they don't have any type of side effects at all for you.
Well, they don't, you know, they're less side effects. When you the main risk with these over-the-counter products is contact allergy, so it's certainly not the extreme risk of skin cancer.
Talk about, again, skin cancer, because it is growing among the younger set, but it is one of those cancers that if we took care, we could prevent.
That's the point of this story. If there's any one take-home point, this is preventable. If you limit your sun exposure, again, I'm not saying don't go out, don't have fun, but absolutely no tanning beds. And that's really the take-home message today is no tanning beds.
Are you seeing patients with little skin cancers based on not being out in overexposure to sun, but from tanning beds?
Honestly, I have, and I've been seeing younger and younger patients, both men and women. I know this study concentrates on women, but both men and women, because tanning beds are so popular. People do want to have that quote-unquote summer glow. Or another myth is that I just want to go to the tanning bed in the spring so I can prevent sunburns, and that's just not true.
I hadn't heard that one.
Oh yeah, people come in all the time. I just need to get my base tan, or so I won't get sunburned when I'm out at the beach.
Okay, and to that Dr. Brooks
no.
says no, no, no. Dr. Brooks, thank you for being with us. Have a good rest of the summer.
You too.
And a safe one, too.